What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 88 of the Playing With Myself Madden franchise. We are getting ready for the 2018 playoffs, the divisional round. I was just, before I got started, I was taking a look at the injury report, and right now, we're going to play the Lions. They've got a defensive tackle who's out with a broken tibia. That's really all there. The Redskins have a middle linebacker who's going to miss the next 10 weeks, so he's done for their playoff chase. They're going to play against Seattle, who's relatively healthy, just missing a 68 overall outside linebacker for one more week. The big injury game comes with Pittsburgh, the number 1 seed, playing the Kansas City Chiefs. The Steelers are missing Le'Veon Bell and Ben Roethlisberger both for at least the next 2 games. If the Steelers should somehow make it to the Super Bowl, both of them should be ready to go, because you've got the divisional, the conference, and then the Pro Bowl, so 3 weeks. But, that could be enough to hurt pretty much any team, missing those 2 players. But then you look at the Chiefs, and they're missing Travis Kelce for 3 weeks, Jeremy Maclin for the whole Super Bowl run. Jamal Charles likely would miss all the way to the Super Bowl. Michael Hudson would miss through the Super Bowl. Griffin Jordan, a running back, is going to be out 2 weeks. That's Jamal Charles' backup. Martavis Bryant is going to miss this week at least. Branch Lindley, 75 overall outside linebacker, is going to miss 2 weeks. And then Zach Mettenberger, who is, Hudson's backup, is going to miss 23 weeks with a groin tear. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch and see how it plays out. Torian Davis, an outside linebacker, is the only person that the Colts are going to miss. And New England is missing Jonathan Stewart, Jabril Olsen, both running backs, Tavarius Austin, and then D'Ambro McKnight. So, there's some big names injured right now. But we're going to get ready to go host the Detroit Lions. They're 10-6. Let's go take a look real fast and see if we can see our season schedule, because I want to go see if we played the Lions this year. Oh yeah, that's right. We only played them in the preseason. We won 17-16. Not bad. And they, of course, have Calvin Johnson, Michael Floyd, who we traded there, and Golden Tate in the slot. Who the hell else was on that roster? I think Carson Palmer might have been their quarterback. Yep, Carson Palmer. Theo Reddick. Tight end is Ebram still. He's up to a 99 overall. '97. Bruce Campbell. Coney Ely. And Ezekiel Ansah. Zachary Hudson and Henry Melton. Geno Hayes. Curtis Lofton, Perry Riley Jr., DeAndre Levy still there, Darius Slay, Janoris Jenkins, Marcus Burley, Raheem Moore, and Walter Thurmond. So they're a very, very well-rounded team. It looks like this should be a very fun matchup. I didn't change my uniforms. Oops. If you happen to catch episode 87, when we wrapped up the regular season, you know that my coaching record has gotten back to 500 overall. And I was also named Coach of the Year. Jameis Winston was named MVP. So We've come a long way since that first season when I got fired by Baltimore after finishing 2-14. Hired in Tampa Bay, went 5-11, then 11-5, and now 14-2. So, completely turned things around. Safarian Jenkins had 103 again. Good for him. 103 catches. So we're going to be keeping an eye on what happens today, as well as with Seattle and Washington, because Seattle, of course, knocked us out last year. So if we can get through Detroit, you know, it's a little bit of a toss-up. You know, I'd like to avoid Seattle. At the same time, I'd like to go and, you know, get myself a piece of them. I think Jameis Winston has definitely matured a lot since that point last year. But he has, at some points this year, you know, had games where he looked really bad. You know, we've managed to overcome and win the majority of those games that he looked really bad. But it means that the tendencies are still there for him. And Cordero Patterson's going to take this one at the goal line. Out to about the 25. They spot it at the 26. Winston led the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns with 4,800 yards and 38 touchdowns.
First down at the 26.
And Rawls picks up about 6 or 7 on the first carry of the game. They say 7.
That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game. You're right. I'm going to give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense will have to put some weight to the
Juice check wide open for a first down.
And at the 37, he'll be brought down. You talk about the play action pass game, it's really when you call it.
And that's a great way to start it off.
Where the defense is thinking run, and when they are, do you have the courage, or I should say the smarts, to fake the run and throw the football? Good call that time by the offense. Here we are.
Rawls picks up 8 that time.
With the regular season, the microscope, it's out, the attention, it's there, it's all ratcheted up right now. It's a big difference, no doubt about it. You see more reporters in the locker room all during the week, and no matter
Oh, the hit knocks that one free.
nobody cares, they're just worried.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here.
Here's the starting offense with a receiving core that can be so dangerous in a game like this. 3rd down and 2. This play call.
Juice check breaks the tackle, rolls inside, and he picks up 7 yards on his first carry of the game.
First down here after the run.
Safarian Jenkins with the catch. Almost rolled through him there.
First down here after the completion. Sims has got it on the toss.
Oh,
And the tackle was made.
Charles Sims couldn't get back inside. Only picks up 2.
Here's a look at the defensive starters and a good look at the secondary. A group that could be the difference in this game today.
Will Tye's out there now.
The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 35. Has his man.
Oh, he tried to strip Juice,
Around the 31-yard
but
line.
he turns upfield, gets a few yards. Makes it 3rd and 4 here.
Third and short. Every offense is better in 3rd and short than 3rd and long, of course. 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think I'm going to go with the same play now to Will Tye that I just hit Safarian Jenkins on.
With 2 hands, he has it.
And he picks up the first down and the drive goal. So it's now going to be 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. And we hand it to Sims out of the fullback spot, but there's a flag. And it's a hold. Well, it's Safarian Jenkins. Alright, go get yourself some redemption, Austin. You cost us 10 yards, go get it all back. 1st down, right here. 1st down and more. Oh, they spot him out of bounds. That's crazy. I thought he dove inside the pylon. It looks to me like it said a stat said 1 receiving touchdown, but it is what it is. Juice finishes it off. And 3 minutes, 6-second drive, 73 yards, 11 plays, gives us a 7-0 lead. Carson Palmer, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year.
Palmer's lined up, empty backfield. Looks like a penalty on the defense.
So, a little bit anxious there.
Look what the defensive line is doing. They're all pitching down inside. They're expecting a run. 1st down at the 25. Johnson's there to catch the ball.
And there's Duke Williams with the tackle.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL now, it's incredible. It's not that you have 1. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass. 1st and 10.
Ball's out. Wow. Did Carson really just scoop up the fumble and pick back up most of that yardage? That's insanity. I'm going to challenge the fumble, I think.
We have a review coming from the booth. Was the knee down, Phil, or was it a fumble first? I think what we need to do here, let's stop it when the knee hits the ground. And once we stop it...
Yeah, I think he's down. I don't think that's a fumble at all. Now, if I had recovered that fumble, maybe I'd feel differently about it, but...
Well, that's going to pay off now. That challenge was very timely indeed.
Yeah. That's a great play there. And a great challenge, too. There's not many times that on defense you find yourself challenging whether a fumble wasn't a fumble or not. Oh, wow. We give up a lot of yards right there. 14 yards. Puts it right back to 3rd and 10.
It's way too early in a game like this, in this situation, to take a chance. Want to draw, throw a screen, maybe just a straight-ahead run, but don't turn over the football. Palmer's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
Wow, he caught that. Calvin Johnson. An incredible play. An incredible challenge. And then it all just falls apart in a matter of 2 plays. Mukamura knocks it down. Unable to get both hands on it for the pick, though.
Here's the offensive line, which must protect its quarterback today. Failing to complete that one, so second down here. Over to Ebron.
I decked Carson Palmer there. Third and 1.
Much easier with this situation. The Lions take it from the 28. Up the gut here.
Good run there. Picks it up like it's nothing.
Picks up the first. You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't bump the football. I promise you one thing.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
We'll take a short break before the beginning of the second here in Tampa, Florida. You're watching the NFL
Right there.
on EA Sports.
Papa John's, where you always get better ingredients, better pizza.
The Lions still possess the football.
All right, so it's now going to be 1st and 10 for Detroit. Inside of my red zone? No, 25. Okay. So just outside of the red zone.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
Kyle Fuller comes up and lays a hit. Keeps it to only a 1-yard gain.
Tackling defense, they stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain. Carson Palmer takes a look now from under center. The Lions have it at the 24. It's caught by Michael Floyd.
Oh, he caught that. Michael Floyd with the catch. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Second down, they don't force the football down the field. They throw it short, they pick up some solid yards to make it a good situation for them. 3rd and short. When you see linebackers shifting around like this, what they're trying to do, confuse the quarterback.
Ah. Palmer was able to just step up and get that ball off before I could get to him. So they're going to get a first down inside of the 10.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them. What a drive this has been. Let's go. First and goal from the 4. They'll go ground. And Williams is there to make the tackle.
He gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage there.
And now they'll try over again on second down.
Oh, Kyle Fuller almost made him pay for a bad throw there.
You got a 7-point lead. I think you need to be aggressive attacking this offense.
Touchdown, but there's a flag. It might be a hold on that offensive line. And it looks from the reactions like it's going to be a hold. And it is. So that touchdown comes off the board.
This has been a long drive so far.
And now they're going to have to redo 3rd down from the 14-yard line.
Defense. Palmer's going to take it from the gun. Looking at every option.
Oh, I don't know how Prince Mukamura did not get that interception there, but it's an incomplete pass. And rather than 7, they're only going to get 3. So I will take it.
Take a quick break on the football. Hey, you get in position like this, you can knock it down. And he converts here on the field goal try. We're midway through the second quarter, and they've got a field goal on the board, Phil. Tell you what that field goal did for them, Jim. Now I think they're going to have a chance to just get this thing rolling. The confidence, the energy, it's on their side. Let's see if they
Here's Cordero now taking it from the 1. And this time he gets to 23.
One area that's been lacking today for this offense as it retakes the field has been the rushing attack, or at least the yards aren't coming from the player we expect them to. Yeah, we expect him to have a lot of yards here. He's a great running back. He usually has success every week. It's a little bit of...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Rawls already have like 25 rushing yards?
And also, he's just not making good decisions. Even a running back has to make the right decisions if he wants to pick up good yards.
Alright, so he picks up the 6 there, so he had 15 before that snap.
There is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field,
They want 30 passing yards on this drive.
Second and 4.
Safari and Jenkins getting about 17 of them there. $18, they say. Not a bad spot, my friend.
Midway, second quarter, out of the eye. Here's the handoff.
Lower that shoulder, man. Lower that shoulder.
Onto the opponent's side of the field. Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of
2nd and
time,
1.
it's gonna
Why don't we
wear
take a
the
shot stretching this field?
No doubt about it. Nice
Oh,
job.
now we got to see what that corner's doing because they've got an outside linebacker on Dorsett.
44. Down the field.
Oh, Dorsett almost made it happen too.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback. We're moving in on the 2-minute warning. One more snap first.
Ah,
He's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. Halftime, 2 minutes away.
I wanted to run that fullback dive, and I thought it hit the right amount of times down in triangle, but it was a isolation with Sims in there.
Following the 2-minute warning, we've got a defense trying to
Should have
and not allow this lead to
called that back and changed it up. Where are we at? We're at the 46.
Going to need a lot of leg on this field goal try.
Huh. I don't think so. I'm going to take the delay of game and then punt it.
Offense a little too slow getting set at the line on that one.
If I had Justin Tucker, I would have booted the shit out of that right there. But Parkey, I'm not 100% sold on his distance.
They're set to
Especially when we got a stud punter like this kid who can come in and probably put it down inside the 10. Ah, a little bit too much. It's going to be a touchback.
the Lions retake the field on offense. They just piled up the yardage the last time they had it, but walked away with only 3. Yeah, and you got to feel good about it. They had a long march. They did a lot of good things on the offensive side. The offensive line performed well. And to march the football that far and kick a field goal, you got to feel good about it.
Huh, Golden Tate. Big catch and run. All the way down to my 30.
So far, wonderful execution.
50-yard play right there.
Chance to get out of bounds. Here the offensive player got the yardage, had a chance, gets out of the bounds, stops the clock. Good job by the offense. First down at the 30. Pass is
Holy shit, Duke Williams. Wow. He went up so high to get that ball, and then, if I saw that right, he adjusted the ball before he hit the ground and still held on to it. Let's look at this right here. Oh no, he caught it and then just came down with the one hand.
Josh Gordon readying himself for this next possession.
That's a hell of a play right there.
Offense as he's been so far today, Phil. It says a lot about the football team, doesn't it? When their star wide receivers not part of the game,
shit way over his head.
That time as the pass goes incomplete. That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary.
This is the play I wanted to run on 3rd and 1 earlier.
Make the football be incomplete. 3rd and 2.
It also happens to be the play that I ran on the goal line earlier.
Handoff out of the eye. Brought down at the 26. They're able to move the chains after that last
Hurry up, offense.
back to him.
Ah,
4 yards that time. He's now over 50 yards rushing on the day.
good job by Rawls completing the drive goal.
The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 30.
Oh, that should be pass interference. That guy definitely ran into me.
This is frustrating for a coach. You call a play, you get the receiver down the field on a quarter route, and your quarterback cannot put it on the target. 3rd down.
Let's go give Dorsett an opportunity here.
Sims is set now, split out wide to the left. Winston's got it in the gun.
Safarian Jenkins.
Gonna get him now.
What the fuck was that? I don't know if that was a receiver with his hands up celebrating, or oh good, this camera angle should definitely show us what it was. Yeah, it's a receiver with his hands up celebrating. Oh man. And there you go. That's the difference between the two drives. Detroit gets 50 yards on the first pass, ends up throwing a turnover. We come out and we get ourselves the big, what was that, about a 70-yard completion for the touchdown? Regardless, I'm really happy with the offense right there.
And there is Levante David. Their defense has had a lot to do with them getting out to this lead, and he's been the one setting the tone, Phil. Yeah, Jim, I love the way he plays. He's had a terrific day so far. His toughness, I think that's his greatest quality. 1st down at the 20. Takes it from the eye.
Oh, broken tackle. Not able to get away, though, thankfully.
He's averaging about 4 yards a carry. Nothing like a running back who fights for every extra yard.
And they're just running down the clock. They're content to go in down 11. And we are content to go in up 11 for sure. We're going to be kicking it off to Detroit when we come out of half here.
To start the second half here in Tampa, Florida. And we're back now at Raymond James Stadium.
And that's a touchback. So they're going to take over at their own 20, needing 11 points here to get back in this game.
The Lions talked things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil. Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
Ah, they didn't break on it fast enough. Still get the tackle as soon as he catches the ball.
When you pick up first downs against the defense, they will get tired. That time, nice job by the offense getting the first down, even though they're losing here in the game.
It's a shame that Calvin came back on it. If he waited for it, he might have been able to jump it. Riley Parker with a big hit on Michael Floyd there.
But when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up, and when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
Who had the big catch earlier, the 50-yard catch? Was that Tate?
They'll go with 2 tight ends.
Because Floyd's only got 3 carries for 24.
The Lions have it at the 34.
Oh,
Can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop. Sometimes you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up the
a couple players put a hit there.
he catches it. He has
Ball popped up, nobody could make the play.
Carson Palmer will take this snap from out of the gun.
And that ball's going to be out of bounds. So, did he catch it? No, he didn't catch it. So they're going to have to punt it away. And 55 seconds into the third quarter, the Buccaneers are looking really strong right now. Patterson's going to take it from his own 8 out to the 20.
The Buccaneers take the field here in the second half, looking to extend their lead in this one, partner. Yeah, you know what you do. It's halftime is over.
They want us to run the ball 6 times here on this drive. Oh, hell of a play by DeAndre Levy.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation. Second down and 11. Takes it out of the eye.
Geno Hayes there.
This is a tough situation for the offense. Third and long coming up, but it's a good situation also. You're leading the football game, so there's no reason to take a chance and turn this football over. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun.
Oh. Free safety came across, knocked that one down. Luckily it wasn't picked. But we go 3 and out. Take less than a minute off the clock. Heaney comes down and kills Tate. What a play there by Ben Heaney. And it didn't tire him out too much. He's out there as my second middle linebacker on the 3-4 here. And Quan Alexander comes up and makes a big hit. I think that was Ebron. No, it wasn't Ebron. It was 88, whoever 88 was. Oh, it was that Hemingway kid. So it's now going to be 3rd and about 2. Shit, I hit the wrong button. Levante David getting the tackle in the backfield. Wrong button or not, we are going to force him 3 and out one more time. One-yard run. They want Dorsett to get a touchdown catch. Good to know. Oh.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that pull up wasn't getting.
Well, let's go ahead and send Dorsett out there and see what happens.
That time by the defender. Winston's got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap. And it's complete.
Gordon gets the first down there.
That's his first reception today.
Didn't drop it that time around, luckily.
With a nickel look here on defense.
Oh, look at the safety problem here.
Standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Oh, the safety made a hell of a play there.
But the defensive back was there. Yeah, good job that time. I got to give the defensive back a lot of credit. He was not caught sleeping.
And now Dorsett's going to be over on the left side, coming with the same route that Gordon just picked up the first down on. Actually, fly that. Let's see what happens here. Huh. Interception. Walter Thurmond.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception. The Lions weren't able to get anything out of their last
So Winston's not perfect in the playoffs this week. Honey Badger with a big hit. And the ball pops out. And an offensive lineman scoops it up, but they lose so much yardage on it. It was a huge hit by Honey Badger. Excuse my burp. Now 3rd and 14. They're down 3-14. So who knows? Maybe this is a sign. Maybe it's time for them to get back into it. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't make jokes about it being a sign again. Great play there for the Lions. And there's a first down. And that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see in a second if they get a playoff before. Yeah, it's looking like they should definitely get to the line to get one more playoff here. Oh, Honey Badger wasn't paying attention to the ball. Carson Palmer took a big hit there. Ben Heaney blowing up. Who was it? I don't know, but Heaney's down. Heaney stayed down. Oh, man. We do have some depth at middle linebacker. That's probably the deepest spot on our entire roster, actually. Hopefully Heaney will be able to get back on the field either later today or before our game next week, assuming that we're able to pull this one out. Still really early to be considering assumptions, though. We're up by 11, 4:20 to go in the game. False start number 63. It's going to be 1st and 15 now. Heaney sprained elbow. He can come back in. We're going to put him right back in. Heaney just drilled Carson Palmer. Luckily they didn't hit him with roughing the passer, but he definitely popped him to let him know he was there. And there's Riley Parker making a tackle there right as soon as it's caught. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. And you're starting to get to a point where you're going to have to ask the question, if we stop them here, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try and go for the touchdown? Do they kick the field goal to make it an 8-point game? And they're going to pick up the first, so it doesn't matter. Who's that? I wasn't even paying attention to who got it. Carson?
First down by the offense in the red zone, and
Or are you talking about Calvin Johnson still being in the league? I assume Carson, because this makes like 15 years pro for him.
completion percentage 70% on the day. First and goal.
Screen, screen, screen. No, not screen. Oh, Riley Parker knocking it down. Yeah, Palmer. That's once I thought about it, I looked at it and was like, oh, you're probably talking about Carson. Yeah, when I played them in the preseason, I couldn't believe it. Stafford is in Detroit, or not, Stafford's in Dallas now. And when I saw it wasn't Stafford, I was shocked. But to see it was Carson cracked me up. Get there, get there. Riley Parker with another just knockdown. For some reason, he's not trying to catch that. Stafford looks like a cowboy? Yeah, I'll give you that. He kind of looks... Oh, they are going to kick it to make it an 8-point game. He kind of looks like a cartoon character or something. His face has always been so wide. But hey, I'm not going to hate on that kid. He's a fucking gamer. I've watched him play through some situations that a lot of NFL quarterbacks would whine and cry about, so... You remember the one. Albert Wilson takes it at the 1. Trips over Cordero Patterson's legs, so he only gets out to the 24.
The Buccaneers are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points, and now let's see if the offense can get that back. Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be
Oh, Thomas Rawls. Oh, wow. They just get a hand on him, and who's Hudson?
The Buccaneers have been fantastic on offense today, and that's big for this team because the offense has struggled oftentimes this season. Well, to say they've struggled oftentimes this season is a big understatement, Jim. They've been borderline awful, but maybe they have found something that's going to work for them and get them on the right path. We're late in the game, and the offense is in no hurry. The Buccaneers get a
And that's a completion to Jeffrey. Getting one out there to the middle linebacker just before the 2-minute warning.
We're coming out of the 2-minute warning, and the offense is trying to run out the clock. First down and 10. Handoff out of the I formation. Brought down at the 30.
And there's the first Detroit timeout.
And it'll be second down.
It's now going to be 2nd and 6.
Tosses the football. He's got a little bit of daylight here.
Ah, there's a flag on the play. Rawls with a huge 35-yard run, and it's going to come back likely. Brandon Cooks.
The defense accepts the penalty.
Ah.
Set up now at the 42.
So Charles Sims is going to come in now because Rawls is tired as fuck.
Second and 10. Sims is handing the football. And picks up about 3.
And there's going to be a timeout there. Wait, is Rawls back out there? Rawls is back out there. I like it.
They'll run it off the toss. Taking off.
Stay in bounds. They're going to call their timeout, but that's going to get it done. Rawls with another huge run. Puts him over 100 yards on the day.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game.
And they can start printing tickets for the NFC title game here in Tampa next week.
Immediate handoff to the fullback. Well, when you know you can win the game with just running the football, then you just run the football. Take no chances. Keep two hands around.
Ah, shit. That was an accident.
Don't worry about the extra yard. Second and goal at the 2. They feed it one more time.
Fuck it. Didn't even let it run that time.
Situations, third and goal. What are they going to call? They're going to run the football. They're going to go with the pass.
Accidentally called the wrong play.
I would look for something quick.
And I did it before I even changed it to true clock. So true clock,
Coming to the
halfback
line.
dive, or fullback dive. And we're now inside of 40 seconds left in this game.
Hand it off to the fullback. Here you are near the goal line. You got a chance to ice the game if you score. You have to know the defense is going to play run the whole way.
And we're just going to try and get Juice a second playoff touchdown here at the end of this game.
Right back. Force it across for a touchdown. That time on fourth and goal, the offense goes for it. The defense is all excited. They want to try to stop them, and they make bad mistakes and give up the touchdown.
Hey, these Tampa fans, they remember that heartbreaking loss to Seattle last year, so I got to give them some hope, get them real amped up that this team is going to put up points next week, because there's a good chance that we're going to be welcoming Seattle to Tampa Bay for the NFC Championship game in episode 89. We're going to find out in 1 second, once we take this final second off the clock and advance past the divisional playoff round.
Huge contributor to this defensive effort that has been stifling all day long. As he heads back out there now, they're almost ready to close the books on this one. Oh man, go out here, what a time, enjoy the day. You know, there's no pressure on them now in this last part of the game. Just enjoy what you've done because you did it very well.
And there it is, triple zeros. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have their second playoff win under Coach Clark. And I'm going to toast myself here because I am now over 500 in this fucking dynasty or career that started at 2-14.
Going to the Super Bowl, we got a lot closer after today's game, and to beat such a quality opponent gives you confidence. You feel good about everything you're doing.
With that 1-9 start to the second season, technically, it started at 3-23. So the fact that 4 years in, I'm over 500 is pretty incredible.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.
.300 total yards, only 171 of that through the air. And there's Calvin Johnson and Terrell Suggs. Ultimate Legends just got released this week in Ultimate Team. And let's take a look and see who is coming to Raymond James Stadium. It's Seattle. It is Seattle. Let's go take a look and see how that went down. The Steelers with a 19-3 win over the heavily injured Chiefs. New England with a 24-13 win over the Colts. Seattle 31-7. So real fast, before we jump in to wrapping up this episode, I want to see if I played Seattle this year. I don't think I did. Nope. Alright, so I haven't played them since the playoff loss last year in Seattle in a divisional round. That's going to wrap up episode 88 of the Playing With Myself Madden franchise. If you watch it on Twitch, thanks a lot. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch the next episode in a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. We're getting ready to play the Seahawks, and win or lose, you're not going to want to miss it, because last year there were 3 defensive touchdowns by Seattle as they routed us.